What's this? An up film? That's right, it's Mad Dogs and Englishmen. It's been called the purest rock and roll film to emerge from the recent potpourri of alternate culture flicks and a necessary pleasure in an era of downers. Mad Dogs and Englishmen, in color and joyous 4-track stereo sound. Check it out, run it down, eat it up.
Yes, now Mad Dogs and Englishmen starring Joe Cocker starts today, as it happens, at the Sac Cherie Theater Complex.
Hey man, you want to buy some pants? Really cheap.
Get the hottest pants in town at the newest Slack Shack, 59 Church Street in Cambridge. They have the largest selection in New England of flares, jeans, bells, double-breasted bells, fly fronts, corduroys, plus hot pants in all sizes and styles. The Slack Shack caters to men and women who like a really comfortable fit. And pants at all Slack Shacks are reduced $2 to $5 under competition. So don't wait for special sales when every day is a sale day at Slack Shack. Visit their newest store at 59 Church Street, Cambridge, in Harvard Square, or at a location near you. Other stores in Brookline, Lynn, Malden, Cambridge, Roslindale, Providence, Rhode Island, and in Nashua and Manchester, New Hampshire. Be sure to ask for your free souvenir pin at the newest Slack Shack in Harvard Square.
This is WBCN Boston Jacks in Cambridge on Monday and Tuesday nights if you want to see him live. That's called Nixon Rag, Jimi Hendrix and Star Spangled Banner, Purple Haze, and the instrumental thing.
The Body is a pioneer film in many ways. Photographic techniques never previously seen by commercial audiences are used to film some of our internal organs.
Can't imagine how they photographed half the things in that movie.
What they did was they made themselves very small and then got inside the vocal cords and nose and lungs and other things and took pictures. The Body, a startling film from MGM.
This is WBCN in Boston. The Body opens tomorrow at the West End Cinema in Boston.
Boston and Cambridge have more and more new record stores all the time, and the manufacturers have forced more and more increases in prices. Suddenly, it seems hard to know where to find the records you want for the least amount of money. There's always one answer, and that's the Coop. Their price increase has been the lowest. The sales are still the best. When you think a record shop is advertising a good price value before you buy, do check with the Coop. You'll find it costs the same, or better yet, very often, even less. This is why so many smart people shop there. They know you get more at the Coop, and you get it for less. Thursdays, the Coop is open until 9 p.m.
All the world is so delighted, and the kids are so excited. Bob's daughters brought a son and daughter.
World Cinema is proud to present for 2 weeks the American premiere of a major motion picture, The Hour of the Furnaces, made in Argentina in 1967, directed by Fernando Solanas and Octavio Gattino. This is not a commercial film, not an amateur film, not a documentary. It's a whole new kind of cinema, a film essay on the social, economic, cultural, and political conditions in the Third World. Solanas himself calls it an essay in violence and liberation. The Hour of the Furnaces.
Morgan and Charlie Bubbles. Let's see, Freddie King began. That's his new single. He's the third one of the Blues Kings, the other two, of course, being Albert and Beebe. Going Down. It's on Leon Russell's new label. I guess it sounds like he has kind of a hand in it, too, somewhere there in the background. Going Down, Freddie King. Then Taj Mahal, Statesboro Blues. The Beatles, One After 909. The Stones, Dead Flowers, which will be on their album in a better version. And Brown Sugar, which is their single now. Pocos, You Better Think Twice. That wraps us all up in a little bitty ball. I'm Jim Perry. We'll see you again tomorrow. Samuel Kay's coming in now, and he'll convey you up until 6 o'clock. This is WBCN Boston.
We blew your mind out.
While I'm telling you that you're tuned to WBCN in Boston, I thought I'd also remind you that for information on free treatment of venereal disease in the Boston area, call 727-2688.
You can look, but you better not touch.
We start with Sly and the Family Stone and Sex Machine. That's how we ended, too. That's a long one. For those of you who enjoy participating in sports and reading about them, for those of you who want the best account of what's going on in the sports world, I might suggest you get a hold of a copy of Sports Illustrated because, well, in this week's Sports Illustrated, for example, you get an insight into baseball 1971. They do some scouting on teams and on top rookies. Also, they give you a fearless forecast of the final league standings for next year. This week you'll read about a new system for rating pitchers, which was designed by George Sisler. It works. The Orioles used the system and traded for Mike Cuellar. Mike was an 8-11 pitcher with the Astros in '68. 2 years later with the system, he's won 47 games for the Orioles. And don't discount the advertising content, too. There's a lot there, too, for the sports-minded. Curly's new sports blazer, the official blazer of the NFL and Sports Car Club of America. Curly blazers come in a right-on range of colors, no, that's my word, and styles at a great price. Write the Curly Company at St. Louis, Missouri, 63101 for stores near you that carry their line. Converse sneakers are highlighted this week with a new line designed by with a new line designed by Cardinal Great Lou Brock, with comfort and speed in mind. It's all in this week's issue of Sports Illustrated, an intelligent sports magazine. It's for intelligent people like you and me. I gotta push this.
And I saw
The least you can do when a group like Coliseum makes an album like The Daughter of Time is Truth is listen to it.
as it seems to have
The most you can do is get off on it and then go buy it. It's on Dunhill Records. The Daughter of Time is Truth by Coliseum.
That's Debbie Allman. You can hear her every morning on BCN between 6 in the morning and 10 o'clock. It's a good way to wake up. You might want to set your alarm radio if you got an FM one. We're doing the new Stone single in just a minute or two.
There are faces you see, and there are faces you hear. The kind you hear come on an LP called Long Player. The faces: Ian McLaughlin, Kenny Jones, Ron Lane, Ron Wood, Rod Stewart.
was invited by a skinny girl to a high-class world. Mother, don't you recognize your son?
Long Player. The Faces on Warner Brothers Records.
That album's available wherever Warner Brothers records are sold, and also on Ampex stereo 8-track cartridges and cassettes. Here's something you might want to jot down somewhere in the back of your head. On Tuesday, a week from tonight, April 20th, Dr. Joshua Horn, he's an English surgeon who worked in mainland China for 15 years, from 1945 through 1969. He's speaking at the Old Baptist Church at Harvard Square at 8 p.m. If you've ever had any questions about what's going on now that the ping pong players are finding out, these are questions you can find out for yourself. He's speaking at the Old Baptist Church, again at Harvard Square at 8 p.m. next Tuesday night. This is sponsored by the Medical Committee for Human Rights. Dr. Horn will be talking about the Cultural Revolution and medicine in China. Keep that in mind, because this dude's supposed to be really brilliant. That's Tuesday, April 20th. And we'll be reminding you about that from time to time. The new Stone single, Brown Sugar. Before that, the Stones' new single, Brown Sugar,
Going Down. It's from the LP Getting Ready on the Shelter label. It's the same label that Leon Russell records for. This is WBCN. We're in Boston. Captain Squid will be talking to us all in just a minute.
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver.
There's crazy horses, and there's crazy horse. When it was young, Crazy Horse didn't mind taking orders and playing second fiddle. In fact, he kind of dug it. But after a steady diet of desert cactus, Crazy Horse decided it was time to do some kicking of their own.
Come on, baby, let's go downtown. Let's go downtown. Come on, baby, let me turn you around. Now turn you around.
Crazy Horse on reprise. Don't kick it till it kicks you.
B.B. King in concert in Boston.
Woke up this morning after another one of those crazy dreams.
B.B. King in concert in Boston.
And if you really
B.B. King in concert at the Boston Arena, Friday, April 30th at 8 p.m. Special attraction, Alex Taylor with friends and neighbors, plus Boston's own Jerome.
A GMR production.
You're listening to WBCN. We're in Boston, Massachusetts.
Hello? Hello?
Yes?
Is this Captain Squid?
Yes? Is that you, Charles?
This is me.
Are you there?
Uh-huh.
Are you in that box?
Uh-huh. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Listen, all the children are out tonight.
Can't hear you too well, Captain.
I'm in Montreal and I'm in Boston at the same time. How?
That's progress.
Listen, the great thaw is on. The snow is melting.
Oh, what kind of a day was it over there today in Montreal?
Today it was raining. And it made the ice steam.
Oh. Did you hear about what happened last time when you called?
No.
Some people got depressed. They thought that you were sad. Are you sad tonight?
No, you don't understand. You see, it's just to get reaction. To make people's nervous systems function. Or else we're all going to rot. You know what I mean, Charles?
Right. Norm told... You know what Norm's name is now?
Norm Weiner?
Yeah. He uses the name Saxophone Joe.
Saxophone Joe?
That's his name. And he's on... let's see. He's on from 6 to 10. Except Thursday, he'll be on 10 to 2. 6 to 10 at night.
6 to 10?
At night, yeah.
And then you come and take him over.
Right.
Like, is Saxophone Joe there now?
No, but he called a little earlier to say that if you called to give him the schedule and tell him that he sends his regards.
But the thing is that he doesn't know how to play saxophone.
Shh, don't tell anybody that.
He doesn't even know how to play a kazoo.
You should tell him that then. Tell him that.
Well, he knows it already.
You know what you're supposed to be doing tonight, don't you?
What you really want to know? Listen, my engineer just came back last night, and he hooked me up with a number.
So you have a phone number?
Yeah, do you want it?
I think some people want it, yes. From Boston people want it.
First, I'll give you the area code.
Okay.
514.
Okay.
Country 514. And my number is 9316802. But Charles, don't tell anybody.
Over.
Over.
this great once-in-a-lifetime offer. For a limited time only, you can now enjoy life with the all-new and improved inflatable plastic rubber smile. Yes, the inflatable plastic rubber smile actually puts a smile on your face. Listen to Polly Walker, telephone representative.
I couldn't believe my eyes. It looks and feels almost like a real smile.
Yes, just like a real smile. Even your friends won't be able to tell the difference after a while. The inflatable plastic rubber smile fits any face, any mouth, no matter how big. So, whether you're a housewife, insurance salesman, receptionist, airline stewardess, radio or TV announcer, waitress, or just President of the United States, smile your way to the top with a new and improved inflatable plastic rubber smile on your face. And remember, as a citizen, it pays to help keep America smiling.
Zachariah. Now here's a soundtrack that offers you a lot from ABC Records, like Country Joe and the Fish.
I hope we don't disturb your scene here below the border.
The James Gang. Doug Kershaw.
I've got a name, but no one knows it. I'm like the Magic Mountain.
The New York Rock Ensemble.
I really want to take a look. I don't believe it's there. What's its name? When did it walk the earth?
Zachariah, the soundtrack from the movie that asked the question,
You ain't gonna shoot the piano player, are you?
From ABC Records and Tapes.
You're listening to WBCN. We're in Boston, about 10 minutes away from Wednesday, April 14th. And let's see, at 2 o'clock in the morning, this morning, Maxanne will be here, and she'll take you right through the night if you're going to be up all night long. Just realized last night was really a strange night. Were you listening to what were you doing last night? Like late. Did you go to bed early last night? Because, like, a lot of very strange things were happening in the city last night. First of all, Norm came up with the observation. The phone calls were really incredible. The phone calls that came into the station last night, they were kind of very, very surrealistic. But Norm figured out that or made the observation. I guess he'd figured it out sometime before that Maxanne is the only female announcer on the air at night in Boston, late at night. And so Maxanne's got the regular BCN audience, plus she's got a whole other audience of strange people. I don't know who's stranger, we or they, but you can ask Maxanne if you want. This is a kind of a nice group and a nice record to put it up really loud to. Okay, you can do that. You can put it up really loud, and trust me, I think it'll be worth it. Loud.
Well, I got a little baby Jules upon.
The Greater Boston Peace Action Coalition needs volunteers to help build the April 24th anti-war demonstration in Washington, D.C. Volunteers are needed to leaflet, help out in the office, and sell buttons to help fund transportation to and from Washington. For more information, call 661-1090 or come to 15 Cellar Street in Central Square. That's 661-1090 or 15 Cellar Street in Central Square. You're needed.